Hey there, it's Sin. I'm going to show you a quick installation video for this aftermarket backrest, which I bought on Slingmods. It's about $212. And as you can see, it's custom designed for the F3, and it sits really well in between both seats. So the backrest is also adjustable, so it can get higher and lower. And then as you can see, there's a cute little case on the back, so you can store tools, lipstick, whatever you need. All right, enjoy.
Now, do I have another one of those?
Turn your key all the way to the right, just toward the little suitcase. And at the same time that you have the key turned in your left hand, use your right hand to pull the back seat forward. The back seat will lift forward, and there will be a plastic tether to the back seat. It's just a little plastic hook, and you just have to unhook it. Now behind the driver's seat, there are two bolts, and those bolts are star bolts. So you need to find a ratchet with a star extender. And unfortunately, it doesn't really give you the size. I read that it was 10 millimeters, but this is not 10 millimeters. So this is just the star set that I happen to have. And then what you'll do is you'll put your star wrench in there and slowly unscrew the bolts in the back of the seat to loosen the driver's seat. Once you've loosened the bolt, reach down with your hand and gently unscrew it. The bolts are like some sort of plastic or aluminum. They're not metal, so I can't use a magnetized extender, so be really careful not to drop the bolt into the back of your seat. After you remove both bolts, just gently lift out the seat. It may feel like it's stuck on something, so just be gentle. It kind of feels like it's gonna snap right out. To assemble the actual backrest, I watched a video on Slingmods. I hit up the manufacturer of the backrest and the instruction manual. I follow it pretty closely. I lay out all my tools and then try to use a little common sense to say if the actual bolts don't match what's in the video, which they don't, I kind of make a judgment call as to which bolts probably fit on the outside, and that's generally going to be the ones that are black so they don't show, and then the chrome metal bolts will probably be on the inside so they will show. This is just my logic because the bolts that were delivered are different than the ones that were in the video. Okay, so now we have the entire backrest put together. And typically what I do is I don't tighten everything down. It's still really loose, just to make sure I did it right. If I have to come back and do something again, or I want to readjust it, having the bolts loose allows me to come back in here before I finally tighten them for the last time. Then with this particular mounting kit, this little backrest riser slides underneath the Can-Am, underneath this little plastic bracket, and you use these little 8mm bolts to lock them in here, and you'll have to tighten them for the backrest to stay nice and snug. Make sure you tighten all of the pieces, and then what you do is you take the black seat piece and you slide it right into those screws, and then you just want to make sure those screws are nice and tight before you put the seat back on. And then one of the nice things about having thin, long fingers is I can get all the way in there and finger tighten that nut before I bring in my hex wrench. And there you have it. There is a full installation of the Slingmods backrest.